Hello there, folks. It's Jacob coming to you again from the Dallas Open Micer YouTube channel. Hello to my 10 to 15 regular viewers and to anyone else who might have stumbled across this video. What I've got here is a record haul with a rabbit hole thread from the Vinyl Scavenger. So one of the rabbit holes I've gone down as a record collector, specifically as a member of the vinyl community, is that when I find my clearance records, I feel that the records demand to be seen, it's almost like they take on human characteristics and have dignity and souls that need to be respected after being discounted and put on the last leg of that journey towards being shown the dumpster. Here I am restoring their dignity through vinyl community videos. Now, if you take that at surface value, I would be certifiably insane. What I got for you here are some lady vocalists that I've collected over the past year. My clearance finds have been piling up, and I meant to organize them over the holiday break. Then I took ill, and what I got left with is a big stack of boxes in the living room and videos that were never filmed and records that need to be sorted out. But I've got these lady vocalists that have been organized by genre down here, and I thought I'd tell you about how I got interested in ladies. When I was a younger fella, I was not interested in ladies, there were popular ladies when I was growing up, like Madonna and Whitney Houston. I didn't much care for them. Just they did not appeal to me. And then Whitney Houston had that really big hit from the Bodyguard soundtrack, and everybody went crazy over it. I just thought, my goodness, just doesn't move me in any way. And then Mariah Carey became very popular, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I'm just not interested in female vocalists. Maybe I'm just that kind of guy that needs to hear a man sing. But turns out I was wrong. I started listening to the this nostalgia radio and listening to Chuck Cecil's The Swingin' Years, and what I discovered was that I liked older women, and so I got interested in ladies through the big band singers like Helen Forrest, and I'll show you who else. One of my favorite records of all time, one that I just can't resist purchasing. Peggy Lee with Benny Goodman on harmony. So I'll show you some Peggy Lee records that I purchased over the past year. Some that I've had, some that are new to me. You can find Peggy Lee in the clearance a lot. This is a Decca, but you usually find her on Capitol. Bewitching Lee. This is Nodwin Kamei, Pathé Records company. Was not a very good sounding record. So most of these records I bought it. I bought them all on clearance price. This was a odd track there, the title track from the Duke Ellington musical review, Jump for Joy. A lot of fun songs on here. We've got Just in Time and Back in Your Own Backyard. But most of these I paid $0.25 for. Some I paid as much as nearly $2. You might say, my goodness, this society just does not value women. Oh, here we have Dinah Washington, 1962. Now, a rabbit hole I talked about in a previous video was giving singers a chance that I hadn't, or musicians a chance that I had, written off for one reason or another. And Dinah Washington was one that I didn't have any interest in, because that song, What a Difference a Day Makes, I never liked that song, and I knew she sang it. So for many years, I passed on Dinah Washington records. What a fool I was in my youth. Now, if society had been a little bit more perfect, we would have been hearing Destination Moon on the radio a whole lot more than What a Difference a Day Makes, because Destination Moon is just a lot of fun. This is the Roulette label that Dinah recorded shortly before she died. She passed away in her sleep a year after putting out this record. Roulette Records was Mob Run. It's Dinah's greatest hits on Roulette. Now, fortunately for the modern collector is, I'm not the only ignorant fool out there. There are a lot of people who will just flip right past Dinah Washington to this day, and she's one of the great treasures of the clearance shelves that you can find. Dinah on Mercury. This one's in stereo. Another treat from the Mercury label, Sarah Vaughan. This is a compilation that you can find for cheap, and there's some very cheap jazz heat on here. There's a track here, Lullaby of Birdland. That's on quite a collectible record that she put out that is hard to find a clean copy of. But if you want that track, right there on Sarah Vaughan's Golden Hits. She recorded that one with Clifford Brown. Here Sarah Vaughan records with the Count Basie Orchestra in Glorious Stereo. It's no Count, because Count's not playing the piano, but it's his 1950s band here backing up Sarah Vaughan for a lot of fun. Here's Lena Horne in Living Stereo. Now it starts off with Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, which I think is a skippable track, but then you can do that with the record. You just plop the needle down on People Will Say We're in Love, and you'll get to hear Lena in Glorious Living Stereo. Look at the kind of fun surprise you might find in the clearance section. Della Reese. Now, gosh, this is cooler than Touched by an Angel, isn't it? Look who Della's playing with there. A lot of fun. Brenda Lee with Pete Fountain. Oh my goodness, what a collaboration you have there. The dynamic Miss Douglas. Had no idea who she was here, but this is one of those things you say, hey, you know what, for 25 cents, I'm gonna roll the dice on this one and find out what's going on here. My goodness, I left my readers over there on the couch, but I'm gonna go ahead and squint, because this was kind of a fun liner note. So I didn't know who Miss Douglas was, but I can read about her on the back. So what she did, her way of breaking into show business, she was on the Arthur Godfrey Talent Show, and she did a number called Bach to Boogie, and she was introduced as a classical pianist, and she sits down at the piano, and they don't tell you what she's playing. It's something in what they call the highest classical form. She's playing classical music, very pretty. And then, without announcing it to the audience, as a total surprise, she swings into a boogie beat of Darktown Strutter's Ball. And the first time in the history of the Arthur Godfrey Talent Show, the audience burst into spontaneous applause. And she became a national hit. So this is fun, lounge music or supper club music. She does some upbeat numbers and then some torchy songs on there. She sings as well as plays the piano. Good fun for a quarter. I got the definitive Pearl Bailey. She does that song that was recently canceled, Baby It's Cold Outside. And that's one of the cases where, the song was just awful. It's a track I'd be happy to skip over on here. We got Ma, He's Making Eyes at Me. My goodness, she's doing a little Eddie Cantor there. Let's see what else we got. Mindy Carson, had no idea who this was, but for a quarter, I thought I'd give it a try. Baby, Baby, Baby. These are all songs that have baby in the title or about babies, not infants, but romantic. You're a romantic baby. For example, we have side 2 has Everybody Loves My Baby. Oh, that's a fun song. Oh, look at this. Here's a record I didn't know about. This Marlene Dietrich in Rio. And this is one of those where she was touring around with Burt Bacharach. Marlene and Burt Bacharach. One of the greatest pairings in popular music. Nancy Wilson and George Shearing. What another wonderful pairing right there. In capital full dimensional stereo, not duophonic, full dimensional stereo. Oh, some more Nancy Wilson, another resident of the clearance bins, Miss Nancy. Doing some Broadway numbers. Oh, June Christie. Fine vocalist. This is one that I just can't stop picking up. Anytime I see a clean June Christie record, I'll grab it, like this one here. And you don't have to listen to all of the duplicates, but you can pass them on to friends and share the love. Shirley Bassey. I don't know Georgia Gibbs, but it could be fun. Oh, Keely Smith on Dot. Petula Clark. I'm running out of room down here on the floor for these things. Teresa Brewer. There was something I learned while reading the track listing here. What caught my eye on this one was Teresa's singing the song Pick Me Up on Your Way Down, country number, Harlan Howard, but another country number that I don't care for. I learned about it on the one of those Dean Martin country records. The song is Shutters and Boards, but what I didn't know about Shutters and Boards was the lyricist. His name's Audie Murphy, and it's that Audie Murphy, the World War II hero and film actor, was also a lyricist and poet who liked writing lyrics to country songs. So if you go on Wikipedia, you can find out what other songs Audie Murphy wrote or co-wrote, and And you find that people like Charlie Pride were singing the songs of Audie Murphy. Here's a singer I've never listened to before. I've seen her in the bins my whole collecting life, and I never was willing to pay $1 to take Jane Morgan home with me, but for 25 cents, I thought I'd give this a try. Some big familiar hits from Broadway. Got a Kate Smith box set, and the box set's in pretty rough shape, but the records are in fantastic condition. Most of this stuff is from the 1930s. Some of these recordings go back to the 1920s, and the liner notes in here, oh my goodness, I wish I had my readers, but if I could have another lifetime to live, it would be a great to come back as a liner notes writer. So sometimes they seem to have a little bit too much fun. Let's see what this one says. Kate Smith is an American paradox. I know of no other entertainer who is both so revered and reviled. This is the introduction to the Kate Smith box set. Part of the problem, I suspect, is her appearance. She is a large woman, 5'10", born at a time when any female over 5'6" was looked on as a freak. Her size and considerable weight made her fair game for any two-bit bully cut out for cheap laughs. Kate's answer seems to have been to disassociate herself from the sneering sophisticates of show business. She allied herself with the bedrock conservative values of her country, and she has risen above her detractors by setting almost saint-like standards for behavior. Then the next paragraph says, "There is Kate, the America Firster." And then they're quoting Kate here. "I sure like watching those ocean liners being pushed in and out, but I've never been to Europe and have no desire to go. The good old USA is good enough for me." Now, Kate did go to England in 1965, and it was noted that there wasn't much of a turnout for her when she got there. Then finally, when we get down to paragraph 3, we have some praises that come Kate's way. She says here she raised $200 million for the war effort during World War II, paying her own way. So don't know much about Kate Smith's music from reading that introduction, but I guess that introduction tells you more about the liner note writer, the real unsung heroes of the LP record age. Let's see what we got left in this little stack. We got Doris Day from that Love Me or Leave Me movie with James Cagney in the great opening scene. She plays Ruth Etting. Fun stuff there. Doris singing some hits from Hollywood. Hollywood singer Deanna Durbin. Or Dina Durbin, I'm not entirely sure. Got Rosemary Clooney with Buddy Cole Trio. I really enjoyed Buddy Cole's performances, the recordings he made with Bing Crosby in the 50s. So looking forward to giving that a spin. And my final record, the 2-disc reissue of the Mabel Mercer Capitol double album from 1959. Mabel was a English woman who sounded very continental in her vocal styles. She oftentimes sounds quite a bit like she's mimicking Marlene Dietrich or Edith Piaf. But good fun stuff. Wikipedia says Frank Sinatra was a big fan and borrowed her phrasing and storytelling styles. We hit the 20-minute mark, and well, that's how I got into ladies in the singing. Don't have any Bangles records. Don't have any Go-Go's. Maybe the Go-Go's would be fun, but I don't think I'd sit down and listen to them. No Madonna in my collection. No Mariah Carey. We got through the Christmas season, so shouldn't have to hear that dreadful Christmas number again for at least 10 months. So that's something to look forward to. And well, maybe I'll show you some country ladies in the next video. Just like the regular music, when I got into country music, it was the gentleman that I heard first. I guess it's a man's world, but I'd recommend taking the time with the ladies because they're a lot of fun. If you missed my last record haul video, my last rabbit hole video, I'll post the link right there, and you can enjoy spending more time with me and my records. Cheers.